Hi guys and welcome back to Dill's Hobbies. Today I'll be reading Kick-Ass 1, the graphic novel. I'll probably do 2 and 3. I need to grab the Kick-Ass 2 Hit Girl Prelude, to be fair. And I don't even know what they're doing with it these days, this newer ones. Hit Girl spin-offs, Kick-Ass the new girl. I'll give it a go, hopefully. I've also wanted to always do this, so with no further ado, this video may contain strong language, strong violence and gore, partial nudity, maybe even full nudity, and strong language. I might have said that already, but let's start. So, this is the Hit Girl cover, 16 added Hit Girl bonus pages, Mark Millar, John Romita Jr. I think Senior is his father. Yeah, Senior will be his father. So, opening page. By the way, these are a bit fudged because they were my original copies. Like, man, these are like 10 years old. So, I always wondered why nobody did it before me. I mean, all those comic book movies and television shows, you'd think at least one eccentric loner would have stitched himself a costume. It's everyday life really so exciting? Are schools and offices so thrilling that I'm the only one who ever fantasized about this? Come on, be honest with yourself. We all plan to be a superhero at some point in our lives. Wings to manual. I said wings to manual. Fuck! That wasn't me, by the way. This was just some Armenian guy with a history of mental health problems who read about me in the New York Post. I'm the guy with the electrodes attached to his testicles. Obviously this isn't what I had in mind when I first pulled on the mask. I thought it would be more leaping over rooftops and pity put-downs to purse snatchers. But this is the reality of the situation. This is what happens when you mess with bad people. You cost us money, you little fuck. But perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps it's wise to just start at the beginning. The secret origin of Dave Lazowski. I wouldn't say I was the class jock, but it would be wrong to say I was the class geek either. I wasn't the class clown or class genius or class anything really. Like most people my age, I merely existed. I like Scrubs, Stereophonics, the Goo Goo Dolls and Entourage. Snow Patrol heroes in the movies of Ryan Reynolds. Kicking my bedroom door and you would have probably found me downloading my favourite television show or jerking off to my biology teacher. Mrs. Zane is 44 years old, has 2 grown-up kids and her husband works in the prison service. Something wrong, David? No, Mrs. Zane, I'm sorry. Naturally, I like girls my own age too, like Katie Domer, who used to sit behind me. My best friend Todd said she talked about me all the time, but I'm not sure how accurate this information was. I know she played tennis at the local club and hung out there one Saturday, hoping to strike up some friendly conversation. Oh hey Katie, I didn't know you remember. Yes you did, you fucking stalker. You watched my dad drop us off. The guy on the door said you've been hanging around for 3 goddamn hours. What? Get the fuck away from me, you loser, and quit staring at me in class. You're giving me the creeps. Like I said, it was just an ordinary guy. There was nothing in my history to suggest the typical hero's journey. No radioactive spiders or refugee status from a doomed alien world. Yes, my mother died when I was 14 years old, but she was killed by an aneurysm. As opposed to a hitman, you might have hoped for a little, I will avenge you, mother. But the reality was more like feeling numb and playing video games while my father cried in the next room. Everybody told him it was time to move on, but he was still so in love that he'd never even think about another woman. We ate the same meal every night, talked about my non-existent future plans, and then he took off for his 10 p.m. night shift. Thus, I'm sure you can see the attractions that comic books held for me. Galactus as a dust cloud, come on man. That costume's a classic. People would have pissed themselves if they'd seen him on the Baxter Building in that big purple helmet. Yeah, pissed themselves laughing. What works on the page doesn't always work on the screen, arsehole. Case in point, Peter Parker's web shooters. What the fuck is this clown on, Dave? The web shooters would have worked in the movie. Oh yeah, high school nerd develops miracle webs even scientists in real life can't create. Go fuck yourself, Toddy. People would have walked out of the theatre. Man, I still can't believe how good Whedon's X-Men is. This stuff makes Buffy look like shit. And I say that as the world's numero uno Buffy fan. What's interesting is how obsessive I got around exam time downloading whatever I couldn't afford to buy and spending every spare moment on the comic book message boards. I don't remember the exact moment the career plan struck me. It might have been gradual as opposed to the one lightning bolt realization. But somewhere between my history and English midterms, I finally knew what I wanted to do with my life. The sense of vocation was mesmerizing. Why do you think nobody's ever tried to be a superhero before? Oh, I don't know, because it's impossible. Putting on a mask and helping people isn't impossible. No, but it's crazy. Some guys would just fuck you up. You can't do stuff like that in real life. But you think all these guys talking about it, online every day, at least one, would give it a try. Not everybody gets to be a rock star, but it doesn't stop people buying guitars. Rock stars don't make millions of dollars. Superheroes get nothing just for brains. Does everything have to be about money? Jesus, man. Why do people want to be Paris Hilton and nobody wants to be Spider-Man? Man, I bet those girls just want to fuck the shit out of us now. But I was right, and the real world seemed increasingly nonsensical. Why train for years to do a job you bitched about all day? Didn't it make more sense to follow your dreams and maybe do a little good at the same time? I didn't want to be a lawyer or a bank manager or a goddamn burger flipper. We only get one life and I wanted mine to be exciting. Hey, what are you doing in bed? It's not even 9 o'clock. Nothing, I'm just not feeling very well, Dad. I thought you'd already left for work. Yeah, well, forgot my key. Card. Not gonna get very far without it. Totally, I just felt a little... You were sure you were okay? Totally, I just felt a little sick in school today and I thought I'm gonna go to bed early, see if I can sleep it off. Sure, we'll see you in the morning, kid. Love you. Love you too. There it is. First shot. Love that image. The first time I googled myself in the bedroom mirror, I realised how far off the mark the comics books have been. It didn't take a trauma to make you wear a mask. It didn't take your parents getting shot. Or cosmic rays overpowering. Just perfect combination of loneliness and despair. You are fucking awesome. I didn't do a lot of crime fighting in those first few weeks. But there was a lot of posing on the roof and balancing on walls as I got used to my wetsuit I picked up on eBay. A genuine thrill was wearing it under my school clothes. I know it's an ancient superhero tradition, but you can't appreciate how exciting it is until you sat through a geography class smirking at your own slyness. Lunchtimes were mostly spent in the gym. I managed to build some real muscle with high protein diet of red meat and fish. Evenings were spent coming up with cool superhero names, and for a short while this was enough. I was feeling so good about myself I hadn't even looked at internet porn for close to 7 weeks. But like a murderer, simply fantasizing would only cut it for a while. For so long, after a while I had to engage. Fuck. What do I say? What the hell is my opening line? Hey, what the fuck are you looking at? Oh shit, I said, what the fuck are you looking at, asshole? I don't know if it was the mask that gave my balls, I don't know if it was the mask that gave me my balls, but the words just came tumbling out. Three homos making a mess. What the fuck did he say? Leave it, man, motherfucker's just high. I'm not high, just pissed off with guys like you making the place even more of a shithole. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Make me. What the fuck? Get the fuck down. Ah. You fucking prick. You little fucking maggot. Get that goddamn mask off. Who the hell are you, huh? What the fuck is your name? I don't know what. I haven't thought of one yet. Well, fucko, you just got your ass kicked. What? How'd you like them apples? Shit. You had to remember this was long before the others showed up. Fuck. This was back in the day when pulling on a pair of tights and helping your neighbours was still considered eccentric behaviour. A masked man with his guts hanging out was an unusual sight in those innocent times. I can't really blame them for driving on. Oh my god, shut up and just keep driving. Ugh. 2 broken legs, my spine crushed and dressed like a fucking pervert. My dad was going to kill me. I'm gonna read on. St. Vincent's Hospital, New York. Dave? Oh shit, I thought to myself, how did I end up here? And then I remembered getting the crap kicked out of me when I tried to stop those vandals. And that big bastard of a car. Huh? I couldn't move my toes, Christ, I couldn't even feel my legs. That fucking Mercedes had crippled me and... Oh god, Dad being there was the worst thing of all. Nurse, you better get the doctor, I think he's waking up. That meant he knew everything about the costume and the secret, and his son being certifiable. How the hell could I get out of this? How the fuck could I explain what I was doing in a superhero costume? What happened to you, son? What were you doing naked in the street? Naked? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Even with a broken back and 2 broken legs, I must have found the strength to lose the tights. I asked God to see me through this day, give him my word that if I ever lived to see another day, I would never pull this shit again. Days passed and everyone thought this was just another mugging. I had broken bones, a ruptured spleen, 1 collapsed lung and head trauma. An utterly odd doctor said they'd have to operate again, but I just smiled and told him I couldn't remember the first operation. I was sleeping all day and awake all night. My mouth was so dry, but the nurses told me it was only the morphine. Likewise, Mum wasn't really standing at the bottom of my bed and chastising me in the early hours. You can't be my mum. My mum died 2 years ago. Oh, David, you're such a selfish boy. Don't you realise that if you die now, poor Dad will be all alone? I'm not going to die. Nah. Ha, that's what I used to say too. That's when the penny dropped. That's when I realised I might never be myself again. What if the next operation went wrong? What if I could wound up dead or some drooling spastic? I didn't want to stop existing. I didn't want to never see Dad again. Fuck, what if I get reincarnated as something else? What if Dave Lazuski ended here and I woke up as a slave baby in Eastern Europe or a Chinese peasant? There were 2 billion Chinese people in the world. That's a 1 in 3 chance, right? My biggest fear was coming back as something non-human. What if I became a spider? What if I was going to be eating flies and fucking other spiders in the next life? Oh God, please keep me human, and I will burn those stupid comics. And so after 4 operations, 2 months of counselling, 3 metal plates fitted inside my head and endless weeks of physical rehabilitation, I finally realised there was no such thing as superheroes in the real world. When I got back home, Dad had turned my bedroom into some kind of mini living room. Everything I needed was right at my fingertips, from comic books to DVDs and Apple Mac with Wi-Fi. I rigged this board so you can do your schoolwork from bed, Dave. Toddy says you'll drop your papers in on his way home every night. My poor beautiful lonely dad, he didn't suspect a thing. I counted all the bills I'd left with him and cried my eyes out for 3 entire hours. 2 months later, I was allowed to go back to school again, just a couple of days at first, but before long I was back full time and hanging with my homies. Yeah, I'm still in a lot of pain, but a wise man can't. His blessings. I take 14 different pills a day, but fuck, I wasn't letting those muggers put me in the ground. Fucking A, John McClane, you are awesome. The superhero shit just made me angry now. Stupid ass lessons and crap that had snatched 6 months of my stupid fucking life. One night, I got so angry I had a bonfire in the garden, burning all my old comic books with my idiotic plans and secret costume designs. Fuck these guys, fuck these comics, and fuck these stupid characters. I will never do that shit again. But who was I kidding? The beast was friggin' in me, man. And soon as I was off the crutches, I was back pounding the streets. God, why was I such a retard? Man, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself, eh? Hanging around here flashing your dick to teenagers, that how you get off? Flashing your dick to passers-by? What are you talking about? I'm not flashing. So what you doing wearing a ski mask, you motherfucking lowlife? I know what you are, hanging around alleys waiting for some girl to get off the bus. Bleh. So you can pounce, man. Should we cut this rapist's balls off? Oh yeah, let's cut his balls off. Look, please just go away. I don't want any trouble here. Oh, I bet you don't, asshole. Now get back here so we can get a look at you. Look at that little wiener you like swinging around in front of people's faces. Please just leave me alone. Shit, we got you now, man. Gah. Get the fuck out of here, dude. This is none of your goddamn business. I said run, asshole. Oh my god. Was I brave or just stupid? I still can't make up my mind. What the fuck? Get the hell away from him. Don't just stand there, call the cops. They're gonna kill this guy if you don't. Ugh. Guys, you gotta get over here, quick. This guy dressed like a superhero fighting Puerto Ricans outside, it's fucking awesome. Just a load of noises over here. It's just been dumpster bashed. And all the people looking. It's just pure bloody violence. I love it. Jesus Christ. Motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your ass. Asshole. Hey, where the hell are you going? You kidding me? This guy's fucking nuts. My teeth were smashed, my ribs were cracked, and my eyes were beaten so bad I couldn't even see anymore. But I didn't let him down. Can you believe that? I didn't let him down. Way to go, man. Dude, that was friggin' awesome. Amazing. Are you okay? Thank you. I'm sorry I can't hear you. What did you just say? Thank you. Man. This is so going on YouTube. I'm gonna keep going. So there it is. Get away from him. Get away. Get away. Oh man, this is that video on the news last night. The guy who saved that kid from those muggers. I'm not leaving him, you hear me? I'm not leaving him. This is fucking great. Is he really wearing a superhero costume? You wouldn't believe how fast the celebrity thing happened. All it took was my fight and those Puerto Ricans to get online, and suddenly I was everywhere. I was the little guy who refused to give up, the world's first real-life superhero. Jay Leno said I was an inspiration. David Letterman gave me a salute at the end of his show. I was a global sensation inside 24 hours, a badass version of the Star Wars kid. It was the greatest moment of my entire life, and I finally had a name. Kick-Ass. A name, a costume, and people were talking about me. Things couldn't really get much better. You see the news, Mr. Genovese? No, I haven't seen the news. Take a look. Oh Jesus, not another one. I swaggered into school with that weird karate confidence all martial arts guys seem to have. I didn't actually know karate, but just having the costume under my clothes seemed to empower me a little. Sure, I'd been beaten to shit again, but as far as people knew, it was just another mugging. The metal plates in my head had made me a name. But there was something different about me, too. It was like I was oozing superhero pheromones. Even Katie Doma was no match for my charms. You seen that Kick-Ass going on YouTube? Oh yeah, that was awesome. Abigail sent me that last night. You see that site there where Bin Laden said he wouldn't touch us? Now like we've got this badass. Yeah, that was hilarious. Katie, would you start talking to your boyfriend and get a little work done, please? Sorry, Mrs. Zane. What the fuck, Mrs. Zane? Called me Katie's boyfriend and she didn't even argue. A few weeks before she'd have puked up her lunch and reached for her rape alarm. Was I becoming this cool? My best friend, Toddy Haynes. Oh hell no, why would the hottest girl in class have a thing for a dog like you? No offence, Dave, but you are not a good looking man. So what's your explanation for the sudden burst of interest, Dr. Phil? Well, I didn't want to really bring this up, it's really kind of awkward, but rumour is you got mugged twice because you been pimping your ass in the village, dude. What? Obviously I don't believe it, but word is you're getting beaten up by your clients and that's why they found you naked on the street that time. Is this a joke? Fuck no, it's all over the school, but the girls are being really cool about it, especially Katie. You know how her mom runs that shelter for women who've been abused? Oh god, oh Jesus. So the only reason she's even talked to me? That's right, man, you're a gay best friend. Oh no. But listen, even if this is true, fuck you, don't even go there. Suddenly it all made sense. Why would the hottest girl in school be interested in a goofy clown like me? I was a sexually non-threatening male companion, the guy she could talk to about clothes boys and all these boring ass reality shows, and you know the worst part? I was so hot for her that I didn't deny it. I played along because it meant that I could talk to her. Isn't that pathetic? Had I no fucking dignity? And so my list of secrets simply grew and grew. Yeah, one of the guys at work tried internet dating, but I always thought it looked kinda desperate. Isn't talking to someone through a computer kinda tragic? No, that's what everyone does these days, Dad. I hardly speak to my friends in real life. Well, I didn't come here to talk about my love life, kiddo. I wanted to ask about all these cuts and bruises. I got mugged again, what can I say? You sure not getting bullied at school? Dad, I swear things are going really great. Okay, but I feel a lot more comfortable if you start carrying this around. It's a pepper spray like the cops use, see? I got it from a pal in supplies and I want you to promise you'll keep it for protection. Are you serious? Damn right I'm serious. We already had one big scare. We're not going through this again. I love you, kid. I just want you to be safe. My dad was the coolest guy in the world and I hated lying to him about what he was doing 3 nights a week and every other Sunday. But I'd have opened a vein if I didn't have that costume to hide inside. Dave Lazuski had 88 friends on MySpace and Kick-Ass had thousands. I think that tells everything you need to know. These things are really far apart. Okay, time to do what superheroes do and finally jump some rooftops. Higher up than they look in the comic books too. Fuck this, I'm walking. I figured that was the difference between comic books and real life. Real superheroes were down where the action was. Kick-Ass, hey dude, we love you, you crazy motherfucker. Cool. Let's start a MySpace page so people with problems could get in touch and I could maybe help them out a little. It seemed a more effective way of doing the job than just wandering around on patrol every night. My first mission was a heart-to-heart with a guy called Eddie Lomas up on 81st Street. His ex has been in touch about some crank calls he'd been making and asked if I could maybe have a talk to him. had 28 different requests in my inbox, but this one really jumped out at me for some reason. The girl sounded nice, like she'd maybe go out with me if I sorted this out. That's all I could think about. That's all I could think about the whole way over, supposing she was really, really hot. What the fuck are you supposed to be? Excuse me, little early for Halloween, man. Are you Eddie Lomas? No, bitch, I'm his cousin Marv. Eddie's right inside playing Spyro right now. Come on in so we can see the scuba suit. Motherfucker's gonna laugh his ass off. This wasn't going good. Why the hell didn't I stop to think he might not be alone in there? Hell, dude, trick or treat's still 6 months away. That's what I just said. Which one of you is Eddie? I'm Eddie, can't you see from my nice big tits? Shut the fuck up, Maya. Are you Eddie Lomas? That depends on who you are. You didn't see me on TV? Alright, well, I'm a friend of your ex-girlfriend and she asked me to talk to you about these calls you've been making. You threatening me, dick? No, I'm just saying you're scaring her, man. I think you should leave her alone. Or what? The fuck are you gonna do about it, man? You're seeing yourself now, huh? You walk in here like you're fucking John Wayne telling me what to do. Well, fuck you, prick. I can talk to, or fuck that bitch anytime I like. Now, what you gonna say to that? Leave the girl alone or I break your fucking legs. Is this a joke? What the fuck? Son of a bitch just peppered me. Kick his ass. Hold him down, hold him down. You are so fucking dead for this, faggot. Eddie? Tough guys, huh? What? Okay, you cunts, let's see what you can do. Jesus H. Christ. She was like John Rambo meets Polly Pocket. Dakota Fanning crossed with Death Wish 4. She handled those knives like a fucking surgeon. I still can't believe she was only 10. Gah! Where the hell are you guys? Where the hell are you going, arsehole? I have to phone your lawyer hoping someone cares about your underprivileged childhood. Well, bad news, you sorry sack of shit. What the fuck? Get back, get the hell away from me. This is a pepper spray, man. Would you relax? We're on the same team, kick-ass. Us superheroes gotta stick together. What? Wait, come back. Are you insane? Get the fuck out of here before the cops show up. We need to talk. No, we don't. Holy. High five, fit girl. We did it again, Big Daddy. Who the hell are you people? Fuck off. I couldn't believe my eyes. The way they talked, the way they moved, the way they jumped off buildings without even blinking. These two were the real deal. And I was just a prick in a Halloween costume. A prick with a problem. I walked into that apartment trying to help my fellow man, and I walked back out leaving 5 dead stiffs. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, and I was jumping every time a car door slammed, convinced it was CSI Manhattan. And then I remembered Eddie's ex-girlfriend, the one who asked me to confront the guy in the first place. What if she thought this was how I solve people's problems? Fuck. Ah, 5 murders would be pinned on me, no way I'd be able to stay out of jail. I'd be one of those skinny bitches, mafia guys. Trade for cigarettes. Little pretty blondie with the sweet mouth, oh Christ. Don't send me to jail, God, I promise you I'll stop this shit for good. David, you okay? Sorry, Dad, that was just, you know, rearranging my back issues. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Okay, well, I finally took your advice and wrote that personal ad we've been talking about. You got a second to check the spell and you're better at this than I am. Sure, Dad, no problem. It was 24 hours before the killings went public. 24 very long fucking hours. But as luck would have it, it wasn't even mentioned. Turns out Eddie Lomas was a well-known dealer and the cops said their deaths were the latest in a tale. Or I wouldn't say I was happy. Delirious is more accurate, but I had to let his ex know what really went down. Just so she knew I had nothing to do with it. Hello, no need to lie to me, Kick-Ass. World's a better place without that arsehole. No, you don't understand. It was these other superheroes, some big guy and a crazy little girl. Relax, honey, I got you. The cops don't need to know our little secret. You and I never even had this conversation, right? Right. Our little secret. Oh man, that was the last straw. This kick-ass shit was ending here. And then, I couldn't get the corpses out of my mind. All those gouged eyes and broken teeth and twisted fucking limbs. He were those two lunatics. And why couldn't I find a trace of them online? The only superhero people I did find, it was a weird fetish subculture thing I seemed to be inspiring. Bank clerks and checkout operators, doctors and lawyers all dressed in spandex and swapping pictures on the internet. It was completely fucking insane and there seemed to be dozens of them. But Big Daddy and Hit Girl were nowhere to be seen. I'm gonna finish it there. About halfway, maybe. So that was Dill's Hobbies reading Kick-Ass 1. I will be doing a part 2 to this video where I obviously finish Kick-Ass 1, but I didn't want to drag the video out too long, so I'll do it in a few parts that way. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.